Alright, I'm about to flip your whole worldview upside down, in the best possible way. You think life is complicated? Stock markets, relationships, success, happiness? It all feels impossibly complex, right? Wrong. Life is actually laughably simple. We just don't like simple answers. Think about it. Every self-help book is basically 300 pages saying, eat less, move more. Every relationship guide boils down to communicate and care. Every success story, work consistently on something valuable. But that sounds boring. So we invent complexity. We chase the 47-step morning routine, the revolutionary trademark diet, the ancient secret they don't want you to know. Here's the punchline. While you're out hunting for complicated solutions, life is screaming simple answers. But simple doesn't sell. Simple doesn't make you feel special. So the real complexity is looking for complexity. Life was simple all along. We're the ones who made the search complicated. Chapter 1. The Effort Paradox. Want something that'll mess with your head? The harder you try, the more you fail. Sleep? You can't force it. Happiness? Try chasing it and it runs away. Love? Try to make someone love you. See how well that works. This is called the backwards law. The more you desperately want something, the more it slips out of reach. Like trying to float by swimming harder. You just sink faster. Look for this pattern everywhere. Desperate people repel opportunities. Needy people repel relationships. Stressed people repel peace. And the funny thing? We all know this. Every athlete knows overthinking kills performance. Every artist knows forcing creativity destroys it. Yet what do? We try harder. The real answer? Effort without attachment. Action without desperation. Do the thing, but don't death grip the outcome. Life rewards the relaxed, not the lazy, but the relaxed. Chapter 2. The Control Paradox. Life's biggest joke? The more you try to control everything, the less control you actually have. You plan every minute, organize every detail, predict every outcome. And then life throws you a curveball anyway. Control is like holding water. The tighter you squeeze, the faster it slips away. The Stoics figured this out 2,000 years ago. You can control two things, your actions and your reactions. Everything else is out of your hands. The breakthrough? Focus on your circle of influence, not your circle of concern. Can you control traffic? No, but you can control when you leave. Can you control other people's opinions? No, but you can be someone worth respecting. Stop trying to be life's CEO. You're not the boss of the universe. You're a surfer. Your job is to master the ride, not the ocean. Chapter 3. Your brain's night shift. Ready for something wild? While you sleep, your brain runs a full cleaning crew. Scientists discovered it has a waste removal system that kicks in during deep sleep. Cerebrospinal fluid literally washes through your brain tissue, flushing out toxins that build up during the day. It's like a dishwasher for your thoughts. That's why you think clearly after good sleep. And here's the kicker. Your brain physically shrinks at night to make space for this process. Your brain is 60% fat, weighs about 3 pounds, and burns 20% of your calories just thinking. You're basically a walking supercomputer that needs nightly maintenance. One night of poor sleep, the waste sticks around like clutter in an office. You can still work, but everything feels harder. Scientists are still figuring out how this nightly reset impacts memory, creativity, even emotional balance. Bottom line, your brain has a night shift janitor crew, and you need to let them work.
Chapter 4. The Happiness Trap. Here's why you can't catch happiness. It's the only goal that runs away when you chase it. Happiness is like a cat. Ignore it and it jumps into your lap. We've all been there. You chase the perfect job, the perfect relationship, the perfect body, thinking, then I'll finally be happy. But neuroscience shows your brain has a happiness set point. Win the lottery? 6 months later, you're back at baseline. Suffer a terrible accident? 6 months later, same baseline. It's called the hedonic treadmill. Happiness isn't a destination. It's a byproduct. It comes from progress, not achievement. From connection, not possessions. From giving, not getting. We've been looking in the wrong places. The solution? Stop chasing happiness directly. Focus on meaning, growth, contribution. Happiness will sneak up like a gift you didn't expect. The biggest paradox? The less you need happiness, the more it shows up.
Chapter 5. Your biased brain. Your brain isn't a truth machine, it's a pattern-matching machine that thinks it's objective. Right now, it's running dozens of cognitive biases. Confirmation bias makes you cherry-pick evidence that supports your beliefs. The halo effect makes you think attractive people are smarter. Loss aversion makes you fear losing $100 way more than you enjoy gaining it. You're walking around with Instagram filters on reality. The ugly truth? You judge others by actions, yourself by intentions. You remember your wins, forget your failures. You think you're above average at almost everything. That's called illusory superiority. And yes, you have it. You can't turn these biases off, they're built-in survival code. But you can recognize them. Awareness is your superpower. Next time you're 100% sure of something, pause. Which bias is speaking right now? At least you now know the filter exists. Chapter 6. The 90-10 Emotional Rule. Brace yourself. 90% of your decisions are emotional. Only 10% are logical. Your rational mind isn't driving, it's just narrating the trip. Think you chose your career logically? Nope. You felt drawn to it, then backfilled reasons. That gut feeling about someone? That's your emotional brain processing microsignals faster than you can think. Neuroscience shows your emotional brain processes data 500,000 times faster than your logical brain. By the time you think about it, your emotions already decided. You're not making decisions, you're rationalizing them. But here's the good news. Emotions are data, not commands. The pause between feeling and action, that's your power. Use it. Chapter 7. Memory, the personal fiction writer. Your memories aren't recordings, they're more like Wikipedia pages that anyone, including you, can edit. Every time you recall something, you rewrite it. You fill in gaps, modify details, even invent stuff that feels real. You're not remembering the event, you're remembering the last time you remembered it. Scientists can even implant false memories so vivid, people swear they're true. That means your most confident testimony might be 40% fiction. Childhood trauma? It might be partly manufactured. Your brain is an unreliable narrator pretending to be a documentary filmmaker. But here's the opportunity. Since memories are stories, you can edit them consciously. Emphasize the parts that serve you. You're already editing your past, might as well do it on purpose. Chapter 8. The 80-20 Life Principle. Here's the cheat code. 20% of what you do creates 80% of your results. The rest is noise. Look around your life. 20% of your relationships bring 80% of your joy. 20% of your tasks create 80% of your value. 20% of your habits cause 80% of your problems. In business, 20% of customers generate 80% of profits. In your closet, you wear 20% of your clothes 80% of the time. The math is everywhere. The brutal truth, most of what you do doesn't matter. But that's good news. You can cut 80% and barely notice. The real power comes from doubling down on your vital 20%. Chapter 9. Habit Loops. You don't have bad habits, you have perfectly working loops with bad rewards. Every habit follows the same pattern. Cue, routine, reward. Stress, eat junk food. Cue, stress. Routine, eat. Reward, comfort. The brain doesn't care if the habit helps or hurts, it just runs the program. Here's the catch. You can't delete habits, but you can replace them. Keep the same cue and reward, swap the routine. Stressed? Instead of chips, do push-ups. Same relief, better outcome. About 40% of your day runs on autopilot. If you design your loops, autopilot becomes your ally. Chapter 10. The compound effect. Here's the math that changes everything. 1% better every day equals 37 times better in a year. 1% worse every day, you drop to 3% of where you started. Success isn't a sprint, it's compound interest for your life. Read 10 pages daily, that's 12 books a year. Save $5 daily, $1,825 plus interest. Exercise 15 minutes daily, a transformed body. And yes, it works in reverse. Skip one workout, nothing. Skip 100, big difference. Small choices don't matter until they do. The secret isn't motivation, it's math. Focus on systems, not goals. One meal, one page, one push-up. The compound effect does the rest. The synthesis. So here it is. Life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. You're not discovering some hidden destiny. You're building it, choice by choice, habit by habit, day by day. The paradoxes teach you balance. The biased brain teaches humility. The compound effect gives you power. Everything connects. The ultimate cheat code is 3 steps. Accept what you can't control, master what you can control, and compound tiny improvements daily. That's it. Everything else is commentary. You now understand how your brain works, why happiness hides, how habits form, and where real power lives. Your memories lie, your emotions drive, and small actions shape destiny.
You have the manual. The rest is up to you. If this video gave you something useful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs it. And tell me in the comments, which tool will you try first?